Hello, friends. How we doing? Howdy, everyone. Welcome. And Walter says welcome too. Okay, Walter. Down you go. Yep. Welcome to another stream on this lovely Thursday evening. I feel very out of practice with this for some reason. It's so funny. But I'm so ready to stream and just hang with my buddies. You know what I'm saying? Also, to everyone in the chat, if you haven't done so already, switch your chat to live chat instead of top chat so that you can see everyone, because YouTube does tend to hide people at times. Let me go through and say hello to some of my friends here. We got Miley. Hi, Miley. Welcome in, buddy. Miley's going to be doing, I think a couple of the writer game streams coming up in February. Super exciting time. Hi, Annie. Welcome in. Hello, Alex. Hi, Ian. Welcome in, bud. Hi, Rachel. So nice to see you. Hi, Alex. Oh, y'all are saying hi to Walter now. Listen, he had to have his moment in the spotlight. I'm kind of hoping he won't come up here as much. The other day we did have an not unfortunate. It's a lesson learned for him, but I was sitting here doing math and I had my binder on the desk and I leaned back because I had to take a phone call, leaned back. He leaned forward on the binder and the whole thing like flipped and he fell. He's fine. He's a cat, but I'm hoping he kind of learned a valuable lesson and maybe won't come up here as much, but we'll see. I am good. I'm doing well. I do have a story time for you guys if you care to hear it, about something that just happened right before the stream. It's just a silly story, but if you guys care to hear, I'll tell you real quick before we start streaming or sprinting. But I am well. I hope you are doing well as well, Miley. Radiantly Mars. Hello. Oh, Walter. Sorry. That's why you can't be right here. I lifted my hand and his face was right there. He's okay. But hello. Welcome in. So happy to have you here. Hi, Jeannie. Jeannie's also going to be streaming with me in February. Felicity, welcome in, buddy. Good story time. Okay, here's the story time. So I'm on the East Coast and we got hit by that big, oh, you just have to switch the chat from top chat to live chat. You should be able to see her. Okay, we got hit with a whole bunch of snow, right? I paid these kids in the apartment complex to go out and shovel snow around my car. They go door to door and like offer it to people. And I paid them well, okay? Like, I feel. So anyways, I was like, let me go out and see how my car is looking, right? It looked okay. It was fine. I will say it was a really heavy snowfall. So, you know, I'm appreciative that these kids even had service to offer, right? To go out and shovel. Because I know my butt was not going to get out there and shovel. All right. I would have just waited for it to melt. Anyways, my car's definitely in better shape than some others. But I had put a tarp on the top of my car thinking like it would keep the ice from maybe like harming, you know, the top of my car and like the hood and stuff. And I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. I was kind of rushing because I had to get back in to start the stream. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go out to my car and I'm going to pull the tarp off. It should be easy, right? Like super easy. No, well, it did a little bit, Rachel Catherine, but that's actually not, I'll tell you the bad part of this story. And it's not that bad, but the ice here, what people don't realize is like, so the snow came down and it was like wet snow to start with. And then we got like freezing rain on top of it. So when I tell you it is like an ice rink outside, I mean it. Like the snow itself is rock hard. Okay. And so I went to take it off the top of my car and thank God I thought to break the back half off separately so it wouldn't ruin my antenna. But then I had this big chunk on the front. And listen, I don't claim to be that smart, okay? Like, this is not my skill set, all right? Snow removal is not my skill set, so just bear with me. But I went and, like, pulled the tarp forward towards the front of my car, thinking, like, oh, this will just, like, slide right off. As it starts to fall, I realize That snow is really heavy and really hard and really solid. And I started to really freak out because I was like, is it going to break through my windshield? Like, it was just this huge glob of like ice, basically, hard as a rock. And I thought, oh my God, is it just going to like break my windshield? Like the weight of it. Thank God it didn't. It did break off something on my hood. I can't really tell exactly what it is. It's like a little black plastic piece that sits near the windshield. So that's great. I get to solve that mystery once the snow has, dissipated. But, who doesn't love a good mystery, right? What writer doesn't love a good mystery? We're going to just make the best of it. And at least, my car is intact. It's in one piece. And I will say the kids, there are some people here that have like 4 feet of snow in front of their car. I'm not kidding. Because people, no joke, I think like shoveled the snow and put it in front of other people's cars. It's pretty brutal. So I am in better shape than other people, but yeah, I will not be leaving. I'm supposed to have a writing date with Sarah Jane tomorrow night. And we texted today. And because we're only like, maybe 20 minutes away from each other. And we texted today. I was like, listen, I don't know how you're feeling, but it's an ice rink over here. And she was like, oh, thank God. I was thinking the same thing. So we're just going to do like a FaceTime writing sesh tomorrow. But it's been brutal. Oh, okay. So the part of this story, though, that was important was my numbnut self went out without gloves. And when the ice started moving, I went to catch it because I thought it was going to go through my windshield and break my windshield. And I was literally carrying, I had no business carrying this ice anyways. And I was barehanded. When I tell you, I could not feel my fingers. I could not lock my car doors. I could not pull my keys out to like even get in the building. Thank God there was a family at the front door that was like, go and get it out. So I was able to slip in. Once I was inside, I had to put my key in the lock and then turn it with the heel of my hand. My fingers were so frozen. And the pain, I don't know if anyone has ever had like super serious where your hands genuinely are frozen, but the pain I felt numbing my fingers out was incredible. I was shocked. It was horrible. So anyways, hopefully as I type, they will continue to warm up. But that's my story. Not a very interesting story, but it was kind of one of those you had to be there things. But let me tell you, the snow is no joke over here on the East Coast. It is online. I don't know why then, Annie. That's so weird that you can't see Miley. Ari! Oh, hi, Ari. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you fixed it. Yeah, YouTube's being very weird. It's very odd. It wasn't where the wiper fluid comes. Well, maybe it is actually. I don't know. You know what? You might be onto something, Miley. I'm gonna lock that in the back of my noggin for later. Crap. Now I really think it's the washer fluid nozzle. Might have been. That's great. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? I love Scooby-Doo. Not gonna lie. Love Scooby-Doo. Especially like the old school original one. It's my favorite. They only did like 3 seasons, but I could watch it on repeat. Yeah, definitely glad it wasn't worse. Hi, I haven't talked to you in a minute, bud. How you doing? Mateo, hi, Mateo. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, but Ari's going to be on a stream too for the writer games. I'm going to put the thumbnails up hopefully this weekend, and I'll send out the links this weekend too. I'm a little behind on that, but I will get them sent out this weekend with all the info. Yeah, it was so painful. For sure. Oh, and also, hi, Alex. I don't know if I said hi to you yet or not. Hi, Innocent Hedgehog. No, I just knocked something off my car. But it was the snow. It wasn't like my fault. It is what it is. Some other people out here are really suffering way worse, so... Listen, girl, I'm close. I actually shaved a little bit off because I wrote with a friend the other night, and I had written one scene 3 ways, and I finally like podged it together, like took my favorite bits from each of the 3 and solidified it into one scene, so I was able to cut a bunch of words. But your girl is getting there. Now, I will say, when I first set up that word count progress bar, I thought that I would finish at 100K. That's why it looks like so close to the end. But I'm pretty sure I did the math the other day, looking at my outline. I think I'm going to finish closer to like 135 than 100. So I'm hoping I can finish at 135 and then shave it down to closer to like 120. 120 is like my ideal max. But yeah, we're making progress. We're getting somewhere. And I was telling Taylor the other night, I got to tell you guys, I'm starting to get really, I feel like I went through a phase where I was like, oh, do I even know how to write? Like, do I even like this story anymore? Like, I really struggled for like a blip there. And then now I'm like fully in love with my story again. I'm sure it fluctuates. It goes back and forth, but I'm like really excited about it at the moment. So, oh, so glad that you're doing well, Mateo. You could probably still sign up, especially because I think I only have 2 slots left and they're for the last 2 streams. So I'm going to put up thumbnails, but if they're not full yet, I can always add you to the thumbnail. So don't worry about that. Listen, I am ready. I am ready. I will say I have to decide on my district and I'm really having a hard time. But I feel like, I mean, it's definitely going to be between romance and fantasy for me. So I'm really having a hard time because I really feel like my story has heavy elements of both. So, but I have to pick before the first, like I have to. I'm giving myself, you know, that deadline. So, but I am excited. I'm pumped. It's really cool to see everyone like pick their districts. And I will say I've been pleasantly surprised at how like spread out everyone's been, because I kind of worried that everyone was going to go into fantasy, but it's actually fairly spread out. I'm pretty pumped. So just watch me struggle. Listen, if I had a snowblower and my neighbor had a shovel, I would be lending it out. Like, come on, they should be helping you out, Felicity. Margot said, hello, having an insane day of work. So just popping in to say hi, but I'm hoping to be back in a few hours. All right. Sounds good, Margot. We'll see you then. Let's see. Also wishing you lots of luck with the remainder of your workday. I know. That's what I'm saying. Help your neighbor, you know? Yeah, they should be helping out. Oh, Laura. Sorry. Sometimes I move so fast I miss friends. Hi, Laura. Yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, yeah, no worries, Mateo. You got time. Like I said, even if the thumbnail is up, you guys can still sign up if there's an open spot. So it is so hard. It is so hard. I'm telling you, the fear of commitment is very real. Saoirse. Oh, love Saoirse. We just did a craft stream together on her channel on Monday. If you missed it, it's a good time. It's a hoot and a half. What did we call it at the end, Saoirse? Crafting, crying, cults, and castles. I doubt you're alone. I'll have to look and see what district you're in, Felicity, but I don't think anyone is alone now. Unless you're in mystery. I think mystery is the only one that might be low. And also, you don't have to join the Discord to like do this. And I think there will be people that do it that just aren't in the Discord too. So don't fear. Also, I think today we hit 75 people in the Discord, which was pretty surreal because I thought I'd get like 10 people. I'm not even kidding. So I'm pretty excited. You guys have really run with the writer games, and I'm really, really touched and really excited. Let's spread ourselves out. Yep. There is a horror district, Laura. I think it's District 10 off the top of my head. Or no, horror might... Yeah, I think it's District 10, because I think 5 is thriller. Let me see. Yeah, District 10. Yes, District 10. Look, Alex is recruiting. And listen, guys, you could recruit. Like, even during the month, you can get people to join you mid-month. Like, they don't have to start on the 1st. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, the craft stream was a vibe. Crafting, crying, and cults of the castle, 100%. District 7, mythology. Yep. 70. Oh, yeah, 76. Yeah, I forgot someone did join right before the start of the stream. Yeah, I was really impressed. It's doing very well. And honestly, that's all because you guys have like hyped it up and talked about it and been so sweet about it and jumped in there full force and like joined. And I'm so excited about it. Sponsor my book has lots of mythology. Ooh, nice. I love everyone comparing what districts they're in. District 7 and folks intros. Yeah, I think there's quite a few people in District 7, more than I expected. Might have to appeal to me. Yeah, 4 people in District 7. My project's not working out well. Hey, up until the 1st, you can change it. You can totally change it. No worries, Innocent Hedgehog. It'll be there. Like I said, you can join after the 1st too. You don't have to start on the 1st. It's just like if you want to earn the most amount of points possible, you start on the 1st, you know, but you can totally join after the 1st. So Laura, it's like I actually have a video on my page that describes the whole thing, and I would actually recommend that you watch that just because I feel like every time I try to explain it on the spot, I make it sound way more complicated than it is. And if you look at the video, I promise it's laid out very cleanly and like in a way that's very organized and kind of concise. So I would recommend checking that out, Laura, when you get a chance. You could even pop it in your like watch later playlist to revisit. Hi, Is. Okay. Yep. We're going to I'll have to get the chat going. Listen, once the 1st hits, I'm going to make sure chats get going. If y'all don't do it, I'm going to pop in and make sure chats get going. I'll put in like a little icebreaker or something. Yeah. You still have time. You still got 3 days. Thank you, Wiley. Yeah, it's a vibe. Okay, Felicity said, oh, I have a question. Do we make points the whole time we are writing or just during the streams? It's any time that you write during the month of February. So it's not just during streams. I'm just hosting streams. The arena streams that I'm hosting are like, how do I put this? During the stream, the 4 of us that are on the screen, myself included, we're going to track how many points we earn during the stream. And whoever wins the most out of the 4 of us in that allotted 2-hour time slot, we will win an extra 500 points for our district. So that's the only time that the live streams relate to points. Otherwise, it's anytime you do work in February. Felicity, for you, almost think of it as like awarding yourself house points, if you could. You get what I'm saying? Like, just anytime you write, you can add to the pot. Add to the stash. Yeah, true, Mateo. Yeah, there are the sprint channels. So that might get things going as a nice icebreaker if anybody's a little bit nervous. And I did notice, I think there's a lot of people in there that aren't maybe as active on the YouTube side and are newer to like the YouTube kind of author scene. And so they might be kind of nervous. So it might be nice to break the ice. All right. Now, that being said, we've been chatting now for like 20 minutes. So we got to get into some sprints here because we've got to prepare if we're going to earn points, right, guys? We've got to like get ourselves on the right foot here going into February. Hello, Beth. Hello, hello. Yes, I am a fellow Slytherin as well. Yeah, I try to, I know there's a lot of varying like views on this. I try not to talk about Harry Potter much on this channel. I love Harry Potter, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm fairly obsessed with it, but I just want to be careful. I want everyone to feel comfortable, and I don't support what J.K. Rowling is doing. So I try to like steer clear of that. But I also don't knock you guys for loving it, you know, like it's such a hard line right now, and I completely understand. But otherwise, I would do Harry Potter stuff if she wasn't doing everything she's doing. So light housekeeping for the right. Yeah, it's light housekeeping. It is. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, nice, Mateo. You know what, Mateo? That makes sense for you. That makes sense. You're a sweetheart. I can see that. All right. Shall we pop over to the wheel? Let's. All right, y'all know the drill. You have about 5 seconds to drop your guesses in the chat as to what time the wheel will land on. If you get it correct, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and we'll take her for a spin. Here we go. Let's see what we got. 25. Perfect. Cute little warm-up sprint. Let's see if anybody got it. Ian got it. I see he brought his DeLorean today to today's stream. And Laura got it. I did see that Laura put this in before the wheel stopped spinning. So we will give this to Laura as well. So y'all know what to do. Go ahead and drop the gold stars in the chat for Laura and Ian while I pop us back over. And I will get them their trophy. Very nicely done, Laura and Ian. Great work. Okay, let me make sure. Perfect. Woot woot. Exactly. Oh, loving all the gold stars. What great team players we have in the stream tonight. Y'all are so awesome. Such a supportive community, honest to goodness. Okay. All right, I have 25 minutes on the clock and I've got a book to write and so do you. So let's get this party started and I'll see you on the other side of 25. Here we go. how did that sprint go for everybody? I only got 162, but you know what? I'm content with that. I am content with that. I'm writing kind of like an action scene-ish. And I want to make sure I'm moving through it quick enough that the reader doesn't like skim it. You know, I want to keep it interesting enough that it grips the reader and conveys what it still needs to convey. But it's not like, I don't know. It's hard. Those are hard. Action scenes are hard. But it's not a fight. It's like a kind of a race, I guess. Yeah. But I'll take that. 160, whatever I said. Let me pull this up again. Yeah, 162. I'll take 162. All right. While you guys are putting your progress in the chat, I'm going to pop us over to the face cam just to keep us accountable. Oh, and you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to give us a seashell because we have earned it. Also, enjoy the Zen layout because I don't know that this is going to stay around in February. I know at least for the group streams, it's going to be a little more intense looking. So, and I'm thinking I'll probably keep a similar vibe even for the ones I do solo. So try and enjoy the relaxing vibe for now. But yeah, let's pop over here, set a little timer. Okay, we're not going to do a 25-minute break. Sorry, guys. We'll do like a 5-minute. Because that was an itty-bitty sprint for us by our standards. Okay. Let's see. Alex said wrote a total of 339. That's great. Good start with a warm-up sprint. Yeah, that sprint was actually perfect, I feel like, to start out. Mateo said, going well, put the food away, time to clean the kitchen. Mateo, you're killing it. You're being so productive over there. Beth said, I sat here and zoned out. You know what? Still part of writing sometimes. Especially if you had music playing. Still part of writing. And you know what? If you didn't have music playing and you weren't like brainstorming as you were zoning out, we'll just call it self-care. Sometimes you just need that moment, you know? Miley talked with her brother about our fear for our dad and then continued envisioning my next draft. Yeah. It's a tough time. It's tough out there, Miley. I'm with you. But I'm glad that I'm happy and proud that you're like pushing forward as best you can. That's all we can do, you know, is have compassion for one another, care for one another, support one another, and just push on as best we can right now and vote when we get our opportunity to vote. Nikki, hi, Nikki. Welcome in. So happy to have you here. Alex got 140, but is happy with it. Nice, Alex. You and I are in the same club. We're in the 100s. You're in good company. No worries, Nikki. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm at like 93 something, 93, 500, somewhere around there. It's moving and grooving. Animal Crossing, you know what? We call that self-care on this stream, Saoirse. Self-care, and that's important too. Felicity tweaked 2,000 words of this scene, but gonna edit it more next sprint. 2,000 words? That's a nice job. Laura said, my last load is in the washing machine. The rest are all folded and put away. Bed is made with clean sheets. Desk is organized. You did a lot in 25 minutes, Laura. You should give yourself a pat on the back. You have earned it. Radiantly Mars, got around 333. That's awesome. That's great writing. Innocent Hedgehog got 137. You guys did not come to play tonight. You are practicing for the writer games and we love to see it. Annie said, I'm exhausted, but I started my journal and did 1/3 of my business messaging. Very nice, Annie. Getting some admin work done. Ian's been beta reading. Very nice. Innocent Hedgehog is writing violence. We love to see it. Jeannie said, looked up a recipe for a family night with my mom and brother next week, then started jumping into continued development for my whip. So close to starting a draft. Oh, Jeannie, that's so exciting. You'll probably start at perfect time. Actually, the perfect time for the writer games. You'll rack up a ton of points drafting in the month of February if you do. Alex said, oh, cool. Yes, last line. Love to see it. Alex said, I can share the last line. Forgive me if I mispronounce this name, okay? Genric What do you think of this? Maverin Thornvale, shadow sculptor, patron of hopeless fools and dancers. Shanus signs towards her. She lets out a cackle, and I hope any potential flush on my cheeks can be blamed on the drink. I love that, Alex. I love that. Dude, these names are bomb, too. Maverin Thornvale. That's pretty cool. I actually dig that. Yes. Who's doing... Wait, hold on. Oh, is it sign language, Alex? That went over my head. That's really cool. That's so awesome. I'm glad Mateo pointed that out. Rachel Catherine, I got stumped working on my second draft my romance and started working on another whip that's thriller mystery, but the thoughts and ideas in my brain have for this one are a little too dark. I don't know, man. You might be surprised, Rachel Catherine. I feel like there are some pretty dark thrillers and mysteries out there. Nikki said, I'm signing up as a guest for the Hunger Games live streams. Yes, Nikki. Oh, that'd be awesome. That's so awesome, Nikki. I hope you do it. That'd be so fun. That's the plan. Listen, people are prepping. Miley said, adore getting to see signing in fiction. 100%. I think that's really amazing. Alex said, yep, Jenrick lost her hearing to get her magic, so all her friends / squad mates know how to sign. Alex, that's really cool. Alex, are you in the Storytellers Society Discord? Because I'm thinking this story should be... well, I'm not going to creep. I'll let you answer. But I'm like... I was about to creep on the Storytellers Discord. But if you're not, you should definitely join that Discord. No pressure. But like... because I think there's like a vision board section where a lot of us share stuff about our projects. It'd be so cool if you put it in there. I bet a lot of people would love to see that and hear about that. Not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry. Yeah. You've got this, Miley. I know. Yeah, it's so sweet. Cody is reading You Weren't Meant to Be Human soon, so maybe you can ask him about how dark it... Yeah. He was telling me about that book. Yeah. He was telling me about like the synopsis of it. It sounds really good though, I will say. In the Writer Games Discord. Oh, Team Fantasy. I'm going to be between fantasy and romance. One of the two. So that's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you're good, Miley. I caught that after the fact. Yeah. No, it's really sweet. I love when people showcase friendships in stories too that aren't like... I feel like a lot of people focus really heavily on romance and don't showcase friendship, like purely platonic friendships as much. And I love seeing that. So does not do it justice at all. Oh my gosh. I'll have to tell Cody you said that. Okay, we're going to read this last line from Rachel Catherine, and then we're going to go spin the wheel. So start thinking about what time you want to kind of like bank on in the chat. Rachel Catherine's last line is, blood rushed to his head instantly with dizziness, his heart thumping quickly in his ears before his body collapsed. Oh, snickerdoodles. He collapses? That does not sound good for him. Oh my gosh. Well, love that last line, Rachel Catherine. All right, let's go over to the wheel here. All right, y'all know the drill. Take about 5 seconds. Drop your guesses in the chat as to what increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor. I feel like an auctioneer or something, you know? Going once, going twice. Sold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have quite a few doobs in here. Y'all get lobbed a softball with the 25-minute starting sprint, and now you want to go right to doob? Right to doob? Okay, whatever floats your boat, you're allowed to guess whatever you want to guess. Here we go. Okay, Not quite Doom, but close. So hopefully y'all that wanted the longer sprints are happy with that one. Let me see if anybody got 55. No 55s. We did have a 50 from Innocent Hedgehog, which was pretty close, but no 55s. Interesting. The longer sprints. Yeah, the longer sprints are a vibe. Yeah, I'll take it. Hey, listen, I don't mind a longer sprint every once in a while, too. I like to yank your chains and kind of mess with you guys, but yeah, half a star. That's true. But, I don't mind a long one every once in a while. Oh, very cool, Alex. More book friendships, 100%. Yes, platonic love. It's just so important, you know? There's a good language in the Magnus Chase series, plus it's Norse mythology. Oh, okay. Let me just jot that down right quick, and then we will go start our sprint. But I'm going to write that down on here real quick. Does anyone else keep a doc in their phone, by the way, that's like future character names? That's still cool. Sign language. That makes it even cooler. Sign language in the Magnus Chase series, plus it's Norse. I wrote it down just because I saw the Norse mythology part. And I love Norse mythology. Y'all know that. So, big fan. Oh, Rick Rory. I can never say his last name, but yes, I know this author. Very cool. Okay. Let's pop over and do a 55. Let's get it going. Perf. All right, friends. Are we ready to write our bestsellers? Ready to make it happen? Here we go. Alrighty. Sorry, Taylor. I just looked up and saw Taylor said, bro, that scared the piss out of me. I was deeply focused. Listen, those long sprints will do that for you. I was locked in too. Let me see how many words I got. I think it was this much. Let's see. Yeah. I think I technically even had one more sentence, but I'm not gonna. We are gonna nitpick. Why not? I want the exact number. Okay. Whoa. Glad I nitpicked. I wrote exactly 444 words. Isn't that funny? Straight fours. But anyways. And the dialogue is dialogued. They are fighting, and it is getting very raw, I would say. You know? Very raw emotions here. Anyways, all right, let me go over to the face cam just to keep us accountable before I read off y'all's progress. And let me also pop a seashell up here for us because we have earned it. Right, guys? We are worth it. There we go. What's the makeup brand that's like, because you're worth it? Anyways, that was a long one, so let's do a 7-minute. Boop, 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 boop. All right, checking in here. Also, I saw, let's see. Also, someone popped in here, and I kind of addressed this, but in the Writer Games Discord, if you post a GIF, like, it won't show up. It'll just be a link. I will change that. I did that as like a safety precaution because the Discord is so public facing and so easy to join. Like storytellers, I think you have to get invited by either Dami, CK, or Ian. With mine, you can just click and join. And so as an extra precaution, I just wanted to make sure nothing could like embed unless it was from YouTube, Substack, or YouTube, Substack, Twitch, and Instagram can embed, but I'll change it because everyone's behaving fine in there. I'm not seeing anything that looks too concerning. I'll change it before the 1st. But yeah, that's why that's like that, unfortunately. It was just a little extra safety measure. And then let's see. Okay, Beth shared a last line. Maeve, Rowan said, her name on his lips carried the many years of history between them. Welcome home. Home, she thought, looking around the transformed city, the regulated magic, the watchful eyes of the tower that seemed to monitor everything. We'll see about that. That was really good, Beth. That felt super immersive. Yes, agreed. Jazzy Pisk. I was so focused finally because I was in the final fight of my story. Nikki! The final fight on a long sprint. Now that's a match made in heaven. Alex said 8:43, and I might have made myself a bit sad with my writing. That does happen from time to time, doesn't it? Felicity said, but that means it's good writing, I think. Felicity said, I'm just here crying at what happens in this scene. Like, why did I write this? Listen, you and Alex are on the same page there, Felicity, it sounds like. 444! Yes! Thank you, guys. Taylor said, I have about 30 minutes still to edit, but we push through, LOL. Should be done if we get another long one. All right. We'll see if we get a long one. The wheel has a mind of its own, so you never know. But it might happen for you. Saoirse said, I played more Animal Crossing and then got dinner. Very nice. Yeah, I hear lots of good things about Animal Crossing. We were talking about this on the craft stream the other day. Yeah, at least it wasn't 666, 100%. I'm trying my hardest to get through my first draft so I can start my first round of edits for the Writer Games. Let's go! Between you guys and me, I'm actually trying to finish my first draft during the Writer Games. It's a bit of a long shot, but I have it written out on a calendar. Like, I have the pacing written out. And I'm really hoping I could, like, finish my first draft by the very last day of February. So we'll see if that happens. But that'd be pretty sweet. Annie said, finished up admin, finished journal, and added pictures, and started a new Pinterest board, so it's closer for my vision of draft 2. And so I can nitpick the pins I add. Haha, I want more intention. Oh, we love that. Love some clear intention. L'Oreal, yes, I think you're right, Felicity, because you're worth it. Alex got 392 words and is also writing some raw dialogue, so we're on the same wavelength. Look at that. Beth is back. Beth, we loved your sentence. We read it. Your last line. It was awesome. Alex said, listen, one of my POVs was just hit with a realization that she hasn't considered, and it hit me just as hard. Ooh. Yeah. Not gonna lie. I have a similar, I'm gonna see if my dialogue stays the way it is now, but my FMC is having a similar moment. So I'm with you. Let's see. Momo came home and I'm going to have dinner and chat with them for a bit, but I might be back later. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, Miley. And maybe we'll see you in a bit. If not, that's okay too. Thanks for hanging, buddy. Hope you have a nice hang with Momo. Felicity said, I don't think you should change it. We're pretty naughty. Wait, change. Oh, the dialogue that I might change. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm like kind of right now just letting it flow out very naturally. I'm trying not to overthink it. And I'm hoping that in the end, it culminates in the way I'm hoping it will, you know, like organically. We'll see. Oh, this is about the gifts. Taylor pointed this out. Okay. Yeah, no, you guys are pretty good. I mean, I think I'm going to change it. And if I see anything inappropriate, I'll rip it right away again. But hopefully, I mean, I will say if I leave it, you guys can click through to see them. It's not like you can't see them, but I don't know. I'll probably change it. You know what? Whatever it is on the first is what it is. You know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to definitely ponder it because a few people have brought it up. They're like, oh, man, I can't put gifts in. So I'm going to definitely let it simmer and may change it. Okay, Mateo said finishing your draft by the end of the challenge would be the cherry on top. It absolutely would. Yeah. We'll abuse the power of gifts. Listen, I don't mind the gifts. I just don't want someone putting anything, and I don't even mean like, I don't think any of the gifts will be inappropriate. I just didn't want anyone to put any links in that were inappropriate, but so far everyone's been okay. And it's not like it's like, I mean, 75 people is a lot, or 76, whatever it's at now, is a lot, but it's not like I have to monitor thousands of you or anything. So I think I could probably handle that. So I'll just keep an eye on it, I think. Nikki says, I'm going to head out. Been a bit under the weather. Thanks for hosting. Oh, I'm so sorry you're under the weather, Nikki. I hope you feel better soon. And thanks for hanging out. And I look forward to hopefully getting to meet you. I think you said you were going to sign up for one of the writer game streams. So super psyched. Super excited about that. Felicity said, not inappropriate to be fair. I'll just spam. Yeah, I don't think people care if you spam gifts. Yeah, definitely get well soon, Nikki. Look at that. We got 10 seconds to stretch before we get back in. Yeah, I haven't added any yet, Saoirse. I did make a mods like setting. I actually called them game makers. And I haven't added anyone yet because I didn't think it was going to reach 76 people. But maybe I will. Because, yeah, it's a little bigger than I anticipated. So I'm gonna think on that too, Saoirse, big time. Let's see. Cameron St. Laura, welcome, Cameron. Welcome in. Said, hi, I got 250 words post work and I'm sick, so snail pacing my way through. Listen, snail pace is still working, right? It's still making progress. We will take the snail's pace. I work at a snail's pace even on a regular day. So, you know, you're in good company. Welcome to the club. We got to stretch before our spin class, 100%. 214 words. Ooh, nice. It's a fun little, yeah, I just thought it'd be a cool little badge, the game makers. So we'll see. Mimi be more power. Yes, Ian was just promoted on the Storytellers Society side of things. So I'll think on it. I'll think on it. Mateo said, I'm chronically online, so if you need a mod. Oh, you're so sweet, Mateo. I'll definitely think about it. I really like made it more just as like, you know, when I was looking up kind of like tutorials on Discord, they were like, you need to have a mod setting. So I was like, I'll make it. But I really thought I'd get like 10 people in the Discord. I'm not kidding. So 76, I think now I do need to think about that maybe a little more. So I'll ponder that before the first. This weekend's going to be my last chance to kind of like put a bow on anything that I need to put a bow on, like post all the streams and stuff before the first. So I'll be thinking about it for sure. All right. Are we ready to spin the wheel? Dun, 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 dun. You know what? I need like an introduction song for the wheel when we switch this, like a little quick 10-second ditty, you know? I'm going to look into that. I got all these things I got to keep my eye on, but we'll make it happen. All right. Oh, thank you, Mateo. You are so sweet. Yeah, you guys have been so supportive. It's meant so, like, honestly, so much. So go ahead and take your 5 seconds and log those guesses in the chat. And then we'll take the wheel for a spin-a-rooney dooney, see where it ends up, and then get crack-a-lackin' again. Rachel said, I gotta bounce because I'm gonna make my birthday cake, but I can't wait for the writer game. See you soon. Bye, chat. Happy writing, everyone. No worries, Rachel Catherine. Your birthday cake? Is your wait, when is, well, I'm not gonna ask when your birthday is, actually, because I don't want you sharing personal information online. But if I had known your birthday was coming up, we could have done a little dance section for you, Rachel Catherine. Yeah, I'm like, dang, would have done a little dance moment. It's tomorrow. Oh, girl. Okay, well, I owe you a dance break. Okay, next time you're on stream, remind me. We'll do a dance break because I don't want to keep you from making your cake. Yeah, I owe you one. All right. Okay, I think we have all the guesses in. Oh, and everyone's saying happy birthday to Rachel Catherine. That's so sweet. All the happy birthdays from the fam here. All right, we'll take her first spin, guys. Okay. Phew. I can do a 40. I don't know if I could have done a doom. So, oh, Rachel Catherine said, y'all are too sweet. Thank you so much, love. Of course. I love this little stream fam, the little writing group. Everyone in here is so nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cake. I'm sure the cake will turn out well. I'm curious what flavor cake you're making, but I don't want to hold you up, Rachel Catherine. Okay, so 40 minutes. Let's see who got it. Alex got it. Alex coming in hot with the 40. All right, y'all know what to do. I'm going to go get Alex their trophy. Hold on 1 second. Boom. And that's how you do that, people. Well done, Alex. Let's go. Exactly. All right. I'm going to pop up a cute little 40 here. And we'll get to work. Boom. All right. We ready, people? Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. That'd be really good for Wheel of Doom, at least. This one's not always so dun, dun, dun. Sometimes we get like a cute 20, you know? But yeah, some sort of like game show moment be kind of cute. We'll see. Anywho, I have 40 minutes queued up and I've got a work of art to finish. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's not a work of art, but I've got a fun little story to write. And you all do as well. So I will see you on the other side. Here we go. right, how's everybody doing? We are also now joined by Walter, by the way, who I have shooed away about 7 times, and he still keeps coming back, so I apologize. He just really wants to co-host. Are we gonna have to get you a little mic so everyone can hear you purring over here? Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I cannot give you guys an accurate word count of how much I wrote that sprint. I wrote quite a bit, but I'm in this like dialogue moment where there's a lot of tension and how do I put this? I'm having a hard time finding the most organic route to get from the start of the argument to the end, I guess, to where I want it to end. And so I've written it out, or I'm on the second try of writing it out. I've already written it out once. I'm writing it out again because I didn't love the first time. And I feel like I almost like painted myself into a corner that I didn't like with the dialogue a little bit. So I'm trying again. And I have a feeling this is going to be like the last scene I wrote with these two, where I wrote it out 3 times and then like Mod Podged it together. So I'm just kind of like trying not to put too much pressure on it and just enjoy writing out the dialogue the way I think they would actually say it, if that makes sense. Okay, Walter. Sir. That way. Thank you. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I have a feeling I'll be working on this like pretty much the rest of the night, like however long the stream goes. I'll probably keep rewriting this and then like till I find the perfect combination. But yeah, I can't even give you a word count of what I wrote though, because I was like copying and pasting and moving things around. Anywho, let's pop over to the face cam so I can check in with you lovely folk and see how you're doing. Let's also pop another seashell up here, because we're worth it, right? What did we say it was? L'Oreal, because we're worth it. All right, here we go. And that was a longer one too, so we can do a cute little 7-minute sprint or 7-minute break. Why not, right? Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to do that. Okay, there we go. Yes, Walter was right up with me the whole time, dude. It was ridiculous. But I mean, how are you going to say no to a cat that's just like rubbing his face against you, just like wants cuddles? It's so hard to say no. Anyways, Laura said, I've been laying on the couch with soft blankets by the fire, cuddling Roy and reading a good hardcover novel. Dinner is being cooked for me. Life is good. That honestly sounds like heaven, Laura. You are so lucky. That sounds truly heavenly. Margot's back. So happy to have you back, Margot. They haven't been too bad. We got like a 25, a 55, a 40. I think we just finished the 40, right? So we've only done 3. Hasn't been too shabby. Sorry, Taylor. I try to pick music that's like fairly gentle coming in, but yeah, I think on the longer sprints when you really zone in, it's easy for it to catch you off guard. Oh, okay. I feel better now, Ian. Mateo got 158 words. That's awesome, Mateo. Alex said, hooray, the best co-host. All for water. Didn't do any writing, but was still productive in chilling. We love to see it. Some self-care. We love it. 1 short and 2 long-ish. Yeah, true. 2 more chapters read through. Nice. Who needs organic dialogue? Dialogue is just good. Yeah. I feel like I want it to feel I guess when I say organic, I mean, I want it to feel natural to the characters. Like I want it to feel how they would actually respond. And sometimes I feel like I'm forcing my voice too much, like on them too much, if that makes sense. So sometimes I feel like if I just write it out a few times, I seem to get like more relaxed and like more comfortable with them taking the lead, like the characters taking the lead instead of me, the more I write it out, if that makes sense. So last time it took me 3 tries. This may take me a lot more. We'll see, because this is kind of a tricky scene, but all right, we'll get there. We'll make it happen. Cameron said got 182 words, and same, it's dialogue and then scene transition. So it took some alchemy to get it right. Yeah, scene transitions are so tricky too. Taylor says video is done. Whoop, whoop. Just need to rewatch, export, and make the thumbnail. Cha-ching, cha-ching, Taylor. You are killing it. Can check that off the checklist. Look at you go, girl. You flying. Let's see. Oh, Beth shared a last line. They were holding hands, the apprentice whispered. When one started turning, it spread through their touch. He swallowed hard. They're both stone now, perfectly preserved. Ooh, this is giving me like Medusa vibes, but I know it's not. Hey, freeze. Freeze, buddy. Stop. Freeze. In the name of the stream. Nope. You will go no further. Stay on the edge of the desk. Okay. Yeah, that sounds... God dang it. I look away for a half second. Okay, that does sound awesome, Beth. That was really cool. But it's giving me like Medusa vibes in a way, in a good way. But I know it's not. Mic for Walter. I know I have one of those little like lav mics, you know. I swear I need to just like get him a little collar and clip it on there. You guys could get a real Walter Cam experience. Alex got 197 words. Huey's yelling at a disembodied voice in his backyard. Ooh, that's a cool scene. Very different. Love that. Annie did some more Pinteresting, began world building the academy setting, and now I'm going to go make some Nutella toast because I'm hungry. You know, I've never had Nutella, but one of my old dance teachers was like obsessed with Nutella. Like would get it even when she would travel places. Like she was all about Nutella. Alex said, sometimes dialogue feels like directing actors, taking a few tries before it clicks. 100%, especially because like I'm trying to think about how they would say it, right? And like how they would argue, not how I would argue necessarily, and the points they would make, not the points I would make, and how they would say it. So like, I don't know. I just feel like it's very tricky. And I know this is a first draft, but for me, especially dialogue like this, where hopefully the end of the conversation, how do I put this? The dynamic between the two characters is going to evolve during the argument. Okay, so it like starts one way and ends another. And if I don't have the dialogue at least close, I don't fully understand where the relationship ends, like how it is when the conversation ends. And so then I don't know how to best build on that going forward, like in the scenes going forward with them. To me, it's like really cumulative. So I don't need it to be perfect, but I do want like the main points nailed down. So that maybe I can do callbacks to it later on. JK Limbo said, no words written, just working on this month's budgeting spreadsheet and categorizing expenses. That's productive. That's super productive. It's a Medusa retelling, reimagining. Oh, love that, Beth. Super cool. We love to see it. All right. Well, we have 1 minute left. Anyone want to do a quick trivia question? Yeah, Walter's he wants to take over the stream. One of these days, I'm just going to put him up here with a pair of headphones. He'd probably sit here the whole time and run it, honestly. He couldn't talk, but he'd figure out a way. No worries, free range female. No, we will do one more sprint at least. I usually try to go till at least 10:30 my time. It's 9:30 now. We will see how long, the next sprint is. If it's a short one, I may even do one more. It just depends because I do everything off of like a wheel of sprint times. So we never know what we're gonna get. Like a box of chocolates. Okay, y'all seem down for trivia. We've only got 10 seconds. We'll do one quick question, and then we will move on and do the wheel. Okay, that's going to be too hard. It's a little niche. Okay, here's a good one. Yeah. What is the Italian word for ham? What is the Italian word for ham? A tricky one. If you do a Walter stream, you could put on a video for cats for him. That'll be his research. That actually would be so cute. A little like video with, they always have like birds and stuff in that video. Put it up on the screen. I'd be afraid he would jump up and like bat the screen, honestly. But I love the idea. Maybe I could put it up for you guys, but like hide it from him. Okay, we have some winna chicken dinners in here. Prosciutto. Prosciutto was the right answer. So Margot got it. Felicity got it. Man, Ian, I think you just went fancy with it. That's all it is. You were almost too knowledgeable, so you just got fancy. That's all that was. Prosciutto is my guess too. Yep. In Spanish, it's jamón. Wow. That's cool to learn. French, not ham. Yeah, prosciutto is tricky. Prosciutto was tricky to spell. Yeah, we'll save this because the other ones on here are good, but they are harder. So not harder than that one, but they're not like super easy 10-second ones. So we'll save the rest and maybe do another trivia question on the next break. I always have the trivia cards like right here, guys. So it's just if we have enough time on a break, I kind of like pop one in there. But if we yap for the whole break, then, you know, we don't fit it in. So then it's Istrion? Interesting. Okay. Oh, with a J. Okay, so it's still is it still pronounced like Hamon? But it's with a J, maybe? JK Lambo got it. Prosciutto. All right. Let's go on over to the wheel. Let's pop over. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about 5 seconds. Oh, I get it. Ham is a show off. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we had the like literal ham. It was just like a fun trivia question. I like to do those sometimes on our breaks. And it's from a game that's called I Should Have Known That. So usually they're not too hard. That one was kind of tricky. All right. Go ahead and take 5 seconds to log your guesses in the chat, and then we'll take the wheel for a spin. And if anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor. 5, 4, Walter. In addition to discovering my desk, Walter has also recently discovered erasers. And he loves them. Don't know why, but they just float his boat. All right, it looks like we've got a lot of guesses in here. Oh, Jeannie has to hop off. Bye, Jeannie. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your night. All right, let's go ahead and take our first spin. Looks like we have all our guesses. $30. Beautiful. We love to see it. Let's see if anybody got it. We had a 35. That was close, but not quite. Oh, Taylor! Taylor! Coming through with a win. Yeah, that's our only 30. All right, y'all know what to do. Taylor finishing strong. I'm going to go get her trophy. Well done, Taylor. She said, let me see that trophy. Let's go, baby. Yes. Taylor ending on a high note. Yeah, I need to probably, honestly. Not a bad strategy because he just got my fancy drawing, like charcoal pencil sharpener. I'm gonna have to get that from him at the top of the sprint, but that's okay. What my baby wants, my baby gets. You know what I'm saying? I'm teasing. That was so cringe. I'm gonna take it from him in about 2 seconds. Anywho, let's see. All right, I got 30 minutes queued up. Okay, I wish everyone the best of luck. I'm going to literally step away for 2 seconds to get that pencil sharpener from him. But I'll be in this with you in 2 seconds. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, as I like to say. All right, here we go. Okay. I had one less brain blast. Hold on. Okay. Just had to jot that down real quick. I'm definitely making progress, but gosh, this dialogue is frustrating. Like this scene. And then I have all this research pulled up about hypothermia and how to recover, or like what the most immediate steps are when you suspect someone has hypothermia. So that's been fun to like research over here. But I am progressing in the scene. So we'll see. We're getting there. Let me chuck a seashell up here for us, and then we'll go over to the face cam to hang for a minute. I will say, I think that might be the last sprint of the night. It's only 10:07, but we have done 4 sprints, and I feel like that's probably pretty solid for tonight. So I hate to do that, but I think we might call it after this little break, this little gab sesh over here. Because I can feel myself getting tired. Let's see. We are not doing a 30-minute break. Nobody panic. We'll do a 7-minute. Ooh. Almost did something funky there. Okay, we'll do a 7-minute. Let's see. Yes, Beth had to depart during that sprint. Okay, Margot said finished eating dinner, got some Indian takeout. Ooh, very cool, Margot. Love that, very different. Alex got 405 this time around, finished a chapter and making progress for the next time, slowly but surely making my way through this draft. That's so exciting, Alex. You're doing it. One word at a time. Mateo said, didn't really get any writing done. Spent most of that time posting projects to the project board on Discord. Listen, we get it. We get it. Oh, Miley just came back. Miley. We love to see you. Felicity says, I cooked dinner. Sausage and mash. Oh my gosh. That's so like British of you. Or European, I should say. Alex says, 160 words. It was a good session overall for me. For a minute there, I had to do a double take because I don't know how I didn't realize I have 2 Alexes. Like, I know you guys were separate. I knew you were both Alex, but I didn't realize I had 2 Alexes in here tonight. 160 words. That's awesome. That's great. Hypothermia research. How fun. Yes. I know. I'm trying really hard in this new year not to like burn out, because I feel like you guys know I had that big health issue in November. And while it wasn't from exhaustion, I definitely think like exhaustion was present and didn't help. And so I'm kind of like trying to be a bit more structured with myself about how late I stream and what nights I stream and stuff. And yeah, like you guys are going to see in the new year, I'm going to stick to my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this year, but I'm going to try not to do so many streams. Like I used to add a lot of streams, like on the weekends, I would do my special editions. I think I'm going to do special editions. Ooh, excuse me. Less often and do them during the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday streams, just so I'm not like putting too much on my plate, you know, and things like that. So I know it's killer. I would have normally gone to midnight. Well, on the plus side, I will say, on the note of old Evelyn, we did not drop a single frame tonight. So pretty thrilled about that. Alex said, no worries. Plus it's important to listen to your body. Yeah, I can just tell I can tell I'm getting tired. And I also feel like I'm not as good of a stream facilitator once I get tired. Like I start mumbling my words and stuff, and that's not fun for you guys, you know? So the old Evelyn can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. Ooh, Look what you made me do. Look what you... Love that, Felicity. Miley said, no, please take care of yourself. We want you healthy and happy. Thank you, Miley. I know you guys do. I know you all do. I'm also just trying to be extra careful, too, going into the writer games. I want to make sure I'm, like, you know, as prepared as possible. Yes, amen. 4 sprints was a good amount. Of course, you're so welcome, Mateo. I feel like I got a lot of good work in, too. I am, like, really close to 95K. I think this scene's still going to take me a minute to sort out, so I may subtract some words again and then add. I don't know, but it's coming together. Hannah! Girl! Friend of the stream, when did you come in here? How long have you been hiding in here? Okay, I'm just stopping by. I was like, I know I have not been missing Hannah comments this whole time. There is no way. I would never. Okay, set those boundaries, Evelyn. I'm just stopping by, and I can tell it's ending, but I hope you're doing well and that the book is going excellent. It is, Hannah. It is pushing right along, I will say. I'm in the phase right now where I'm like back in love with it. I feel like I'm learning that writers often fall like out of love because they get like frustrated and then they fall back in love and then out of love, in love. And I feel like I'm in the phase where I'm really in love with it, you know? So we'll see how it goes. But also on the topic of streams, I think, well, this isn't really for me to announce, but I don't think Hannah will mind. I think I'm going to do a stream with Hannah and some other creators. I'm going to let her mention that actually, but in February, I believe. So that'll be a fun time. Always love getting to hang with Hannah. So yes, we all love seeing Hannah. She's the bomb.com. Yeah, I'm really vibing. Yes, very soon. Okay, so it's going to be myself, Hannah, Charlie, and Kara. It's going to be a vibe. No worries, girl. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everyone as is. So at least on my end, you're good. I'm not worried. I know that like it'll go smooth. So not stressed at all. Miley said, have a good night, y'all. I'm off to watch Vines with Rumi, but thank you, Evan. Of course. Thank you so much for hanging, Miley. I always appreciate you being here so much. Can never get that heart square on, but you know what I mean. All right. Well, as for the rest of you, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. So I'll probably hit you with my traditional sign off. I don't think I have any housekeeping stuff to bring up other than next week. The theme will change a little bit. It won't change much, but it'll change a little bit because we'll be doing, the arena streams. It'll be writer games time, like all that jazz. So we won't have the ocean background and stuff, but that's a small change. That's not a big deal. Writer game starts in 3 days. You do not have to be part of the Discord. You can just scan the barcode on my YouTube page and submit points. If you don't want to be in the Discord, that's totally fine. I know the Discord's not everybody's jam, so that's totally fine. But I'm really excited. We have a really good turnout. Lots of people really excited about it. We've got a pretty good disbursement of writers between all 12 categories, which I'm really happy about. So I think there's going to be a fight to win. There's going to be some competition. It's going to be really, really fun. And I cannot wait. And just as a last note, thank you all so much for being so supportive of it. I know that idea was a little out there and slightly evolved, and the way it's been received has been huge. And it just made all like the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into it. And believe me, there were blood, sweat, and tears. Taylor could tell you. She sat on many a FaceTime call with me as I was like doing stuff for that. It just made it all feel like very worth it. And I'm genuinely so excited to do it all with you guys and just have a fun time, a fun little community event. So, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I have lots of cool new, I have lots of cool stuff coming this year, I guess, is what I would say. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And then at the end of the stream, if you want to really help a sister out, if you want to stick around and leave a comment, I thought something cute would be you could actually leave a comment of one thing you accomplished during the stream that you're proud of. I feel like we could all use a little more of like, how do I put this? Like not being so hard on ourselves, myself included. And I think reflecting and just saying like one thing you're proud of accomplishing during the stream might be kind of a nice little ting for all of us, you know, little positivity out in the world. So I will end the stream pretty quickly after this. And then if you feel like sticking around and leaving a comment, one thing you did, that'd be really awesome. But if not, no pressure at all. So that being said, be brave, be a light. Remember that you all are so, so loved, and I will see you around the internet. Bye, guys.